The final strains of the national anthem. Changes we told you about. Well, DJ Carey has gone to left half forward. Peter Barry has switched across to right half forward, and at full forward it's the number 10 PJ Delaney, and those are the kind of switches they have made in the past. Also in the half back line, Liam Keoghan and Dan O'Neill have switched positions, and it's Keoghan now who's at centre half back. The referee this afternoon is Eardon Maximna. I've got Cyril Farrell alongside me here. Cyril, whose Galway team won last night against Roscommon. Great atmosphere here, Cyril.
Electric. Ball is just in, game is on.
Straight to John Power, then it comes, but his first touch just letting him down. Adrian Fenlon instead, setting it up towards Paul Codd. Cross into the middle where Keoghan has taken that position, the number 5 in the number 6 position for Kilkenny. Down towards DJ Carey. He's been marked this afternoon by the other captain, Rod Guiney. Real scramble for possession. Philly Larkin in there, so too was Rory McCarthy. That's Ger Cush. Up as far as Paul Codd once again against Willie O'Connor. This is John Costello. Straight towards Andy Comerford. Comerford across towards PJ Delaney, who's taking Ger Cush out of position curiously straight away. Going for the point himself. A rasping shot that has found the target. And Kilkenny have taken the lead. And it's PJ Delaney of Fenians who gets the first point of this game. So just about a minute gone. This was a wonderful individual score by PJ Delaney, having taken Cush out of position. Damien Fitzhenry with his first puck out. It's a huge one. John Costello under it. Drops it down from the left hand. Philly Larkin, a hefty shoulder that time by Paul Codd. And Larkin certainly felt that one. Paul Codd was pleading his innocence, but the referee has sounded the whistle. And a very shaken Philly Larkin as a result of that shoulder. And this is what happened.
Yeah, high ball coming down. Costa gets up to it. Philly Larkin's back in catching, gets a right wrap straight, frontal charge straight on Paul Codd. No quarter given a rest here. Definitely free for Kilkenny, and Philly Larkin well shook, but he'll get up and play on. That lad is made of stern stuff.
His dad indeed was involved with the Kilkenny minor team, who were triumphant in the Leinster minor final before this against Offaly. Larkin playing today in his 3rd championship match. So the free will be taken then by John Costello. A real long one from Costello. Power rising up for it in there. Comes back out towards Rod Guiney, the bank official from New Ross. He races away from John Power, tries to keep it away from Charlie Carter as well. Very near the sideline. And that will be Kilkenny's ball, even though Rod Guiney was protesting there to the linesman and the referee that he was being upended. So once again it will be Larkin to take this. Referee just having a word with Adrian Fenlon and with Andy Comerford. The smiling official here from Dublin, Eardon Maximna. Larkin towards PJ Delaney, runs on there towards the man in the corner here, Niall Maloney, and just to the right. First wide of the match. Niall Maloney from the St. Martin's Club. They say he bears a striking resemblance to Eamon Morrissey, who used to be the number 13 for Kilkenny. Switch around on the Kilkenny inside forward line once again. Charlie Carter is now playing on Ger Cush. Play continues, however. Great ball down. But too much length in it, and the corner forwards had no real chance.
Yeah, Kilkenny are really chasing Wexford all over the place, especially up front. They're switching around the forwards the whole time, trying to upset them.
Sideline ball there taken by Colm Keogh. Larkin back in for Kilkenny. PJ Delaney now got that first point of the match. Outside it goes towards DJ Carey. And Carey has tucked it over the bar. Peter Barry, rather, I should say. Peter Barry, the scorer there. His first point of the match, and it's 2 points to no score.
Yeah, great run here, great run forward, good hand pass out to young Barry, a good score. The Kilkenny forwards are continually changing positions and they're trying to upset the Wexford defence.
Once again, Damien Fitzhenry to puck this ball out. Wexford yet to get going. Martin Story. Cross towards the left-hand side towards Tom Dempsey. Chasing across after him there is Eddie O'Connor. Useful ball inside, dropped by Paul Codd, away by Willie O'Connor. Philly Larkin chases after this. Takes it away. Jerkosh is back there. Not being bamboozled by the various positional switches being made by the Kilkenny inside forwards. He was dragged around in any case. Free to Wexford. Nicky Brennan there in a very important match, this for Nicky and for the backroom team. Liam Dunn is the taker from his own 45-metre line. In towards Gary Laffin, breaks that ball down. Wexford looking dangerous. Rory McCarthy was in after it. The angle shot here, and that's dropped over the bar. The man who's come back, Rory McCarthy from St Martin's, getting Wexford's first point there. Well, that's one they really did need. It was always on from the time that Gary Laffin had broken it down. Joe Dermody then with the puck out for Kilkenny. Liam Dunn, great positioning once again by the centre half back. Up towards Larry Murphy, wearing a helmet this afternoon. That's because he's got a broken nose. In towards Gary Laffin once again, what runs beyond him this time. Joe Dermody. And that'll be a Kilkenny sideline ball. Larry O'Gorman having such an important job to do alongside Adrian Fenlon in midfield this afternoon against Philly Larkin and Andy Comerford. Rory Kinsella in charge on his own this year, having been part of the backroom team last year here, of course. Some difficulty taking that ball up there by PJ Delaney. He's fouled, the referee says free in. Referee demonstrating there to the cornerback Colm Keogh just why he's given his decision. So DJ, the captain. Two points to one. He drops this one in there. Well saved by Damien Fitzhenry. Out it comes. Larry O'Gorman. Adrian Fenlon just ahead of him. Here comes Larry. In towards Paul Codd. Willie O'Connor winning the race there. One-handed back out towards DJ Carey, wearing the number 14. Rod Gurney with the good shoulder in there. Captain against captain. DJ back on his feet once again. Good stop once more by Damien Fitzhenry. What a bright, enterprising piece of play we've had here. That's Sean Flood. Ground hurling, but only as far as Andy Comerford. This time once again picking up Peter Barry. A point already to his credit. And Peter Barry has lashed this one over. 2 points for Peter Barry. And it's 3 points to 1.
Okay, two new lads in the block here. Andy Comerford plays a lovely ball across to Peter Barry. This is his second point coming up. Look, takes a good angle, good shot over the bar.
And that just as the mist begins to gently fall down here on Croke Park. That's a great catch. Larry Murphy once again. Here he comes. It's a great solo one by Larry Murphy. And he's found the range and put it over the bar. That's what the Wexford fans have come here to see. Larry showing that it's not just the Kilkenny number 12 who can score. He's made it 3 points to 2. Broad smile on the face.
Great catch here by Larry Murphy. Answers straight back, another point. Great run through. Dan O'Neill switched out to him on the run without catching again over the bar. It's a great score. It's a vital one because it answers the point just got by Kilkenny.
Philly Larkin in a busy midfield. Sean Flood, lovely wrist work to get that one away, back towards Philly Larkin again. Martin Storey had it momentarily there. Here's Liam Keown playing in that switch position of centre half back. Kicked forward there by Peter Barry, but only as far as Jerkosh, almost indestructible it seems. Ground hitting this one away, but only as far as Willie O'Connor. He's supported there by Pat O'Neill, the towering figure from one full back to the other. Ger one-handed, batting it out almost Wimbledon style. Back it comes once more towards Peter Barry. Getting away there from Sean Flood, but his shot this time has gone away to the right. That's the first one he's missed, and the second wide and all for Kilkenny. Well, Kilkenny will be absolutely delighted that they're able to bring in a young player like Peter Barry, and he's able to get into the shots straight away, score 2 out of 3. Fitzhenry's puck out towards Martin Storey. Keown has gone in there to do a man-marking job on Martin Storey, who can be such a match winner for the Slaney-siders. Hand pass back here towards Adrian Fenlon, dropping down from the clouds in front of Joe Dermody's goal. Watching, and in the end allowing it to go harmlessly out over the end line and wide. Wexford's first wide. Fenlon, who had such a magnificent season last year, playing today in his 15th championship match. Dermody playing in just his second. Aim towards Andy Comerford. Peter Barry, ground hurling inside towards Charlie Carter, now at top of the right. PJ Delaney trying to steal in the back door there. Rod Garney trying to make sure that door is closed down. Inevitably it's DJ around the place, but that time it's Maloney in fact who gets in the shot. And now Maloney injured in the process. Referee recording the score, it's 4 points to 2. But the injury to Niall Maloney of St Martin's, and the booking there for the number 4, Eugene Furlong, and the referee explaining why, a chopped down foul. Just while we have this break in play, I want to wish Tomosa Muraku, the former secretary of the Wexford County Board, very well. He's in the Wexford County Hospital as the number 13, Niall Maloney, is back at his feet and back in the action. I also want to wish Christine Carey well. That's the wife of DJ Carey, expecting their first child in a couple of weeks' time. Towards Martin Storey. Throwing his marker, sticking to him like a leech, stealing that ball away from him impressively. Doing just enough to get it away, but back in by Liam Dunn, stopped by Andy Comerford. It's all action up and down the field hurling. Comerford likes to solo it. Finishing this time with a good pass out to John Parr, who is really nursing that hamstring injury. You can see it, he's been very cagey. Maloney can't take it this time, instead it's Jerkosh who kicks it out towards Peter Barry. Adrian Fenlon next, chased by DJ Carey, the number 14. Tom Dempsey trying to knock it forward, not succeeding. Pat O'Neill, converted centre half back, now at full back. Oh, Eddie O'Connor was challenged very high that time, and the referee quite correctly blowing his whistle. Some getting to know you stuff over there. Pat O'Neill and Gary Laffin, the two players involved. The foul was by Laffin. The free will be taken by Joe Dermody, winning back the goalkeeping spot from Adrian Ronan, who's also, of course, an outfield option for Kilkenny in this game. John Parr, great catch, head of Liam Dunn. Trying to make some headway, the hand pass beyond Charlie, on towards PJ Delaney. And where will it end up? Just inches outside. He's protesting still. He thought it had just curled inside. From this angle here, I think the umpire has it right.
No, the umpire got it right. Good pass, good shot as well, but just gone fractionally wide. Great catch by John Power. He thought he had a free and he gave a good hand pass out where the whistle didn't go.
So a very eventful first 14 minutes and a little more in this Leinster final, and heated exchanges over there. Tom Dempsey and Eddie O'Connor are the players involved. Pat Horan there, linesman this afternoon, just making sure that things are cooled down very quickly. Eddie, the former Kilkenny captain, referee coming across and I think doing more than issuing the lectures. The notebook was out there as well. And the names going in the book. So that's 3 bookings so far, 2 for Wexford, 1 for Kilkenny. Well, Eddie's decided that the helmet isn't needed anymore. Mickey Brennan in to make a point. In fact, he's going to retrieve that helmet.
They'll have to be careful now, Jerry, because both are booked. Another booking and they're gone.
Absolutely. Sideline cut, nicely in. O'Neill has dropped it down, but he was fouled by Gary Laffin and he felt the back of the head that time. Gary Laffin protesting to the referee there. It's been an eventful last 12 months for Gary Laffin. Made his championship debut against Kilkenny last year, and today playing in his 7th championship match. Keogh drops it down. Furlong coming out to his assistance. PJ Delaney, lovely pick up. Power is to his left. Charlie Carter to his right, but he's taken too many steps with it. And the referee says free out to Wexford.
Yeah, Jaron, there was a loose man in his own. Peter Delaney held on a bit longer. There's a man, Niall Malone, was in his own, roaring on the edge of the square for that ball.
So a free to Wexford. And their fans this afternoon, at least the vast majority of them, up on Hill 16, a very colourful sight indeed. Fitzhenry to take this free then inside the exclusion zone. Peter Barry went very low to try and take that one. Second time around, batted in by Adrian Fenlon. Some loose play here as Willie O'Connor seemed to be tripped. Liam Killen on his left-hand side. Fenlon there quick alongside DJ Carey. DJ has it, beating 2 Wexford men to it, across towards Charlie Carter. Ger Cush has been really taken way out of position this afternoon. That's a great score. Charlie Carter's first point. Oh, we've seen that happen twice now in this match, that Ger Cush has been taken out of position. First of all it was PJ Delaney, and this time it was Charlie Carter. Yeah,
great ball by DJ across to Charlie Carter, back on his left side, going everywhere, and great shot, great score, and they're picking off these scores from out the field. There's a great ball by DJ from around midfield.
And DJ injured, facial injury indeed, during that last piece of play. Bill Cuddihy, the team doctor, alongside him. Mickey Brennan there as well, the team manager. The rain has eased, incidentally. What a pleasant afternoon. Difficult to determine just who's had the breeze in the first half. Depends on where you look at any one time. It could be blowing across the field, might indeed be favouring Wexford. Great catch, John Costello, inexperienced left half back, played at right corner back last year. John Power from that touchdown by PJ Delaney. Maloney coming forward here, and Ger Cush with a wonderful piece of wrist work, just flicked it away from the number 13. Maloney back with it again, comes off Furlong. This is Peter Barry, score of 2 points so far. Sean Flood, the man who's trying to get a challenge that time on Maloney. On a sideline ball it ends up being. That's Eugene Furlong from Glyn Barntown. That's Philly Larkin, who's coming to take the sideline cut. The side ahead by 3 points midway through this first half. Rob Guiney trying to win the race, so too Colm Keogh nursing it away from the danger area. John Power, nice hand pass back to John Costello once again. Maloney batting it down towards Costello. Philly Larkin all the time unmarked, going by Fenlon. Philly Larkin stopped by Rob Guiney inside his own 13-metre line. The Wexford captain coming away now of Rathmuir, and that time he fouled the ball, and it's going to be a free downfield for Kilkenny. Started with Rosslare, now with Rathmuir, and he concedes the free to Kilkenny, and DJ Carey has come out to take it around about 45 metres out. This his second free, missed the first one. The jeering is in his ears. It's well within his range. And he calmly dispatches it between the posts. And it's 6 points to 2. So just one member of the Kilkenny team yet to score in this game, and that's John Power, man with the hamstring trouble. Martin Storey has his trouble trying to get by Liam Keown. He's won the free, but so far Keown has done well to bottle him up, because the number 11 can be such an impressive performer. And I'm sure it's as good a game on the radio.
Very important for you here, Ger, for Wexford to come back into the game. They're 4 points down, they need this one scored.
The people you expect on the Wexford team to get going, the likes of Tom Dempsey and Martin Storey, yet to really turn it on. Codd's shot has gone over the bar. Paul Codd from Rathmuir, his first pointed free, and just 3 between them. Wexford in the past had this tendency to be rather inconsistent, play well in the first match, then lose their way in the second. But over the last 12 months, they've been like a team who want to know, or would know where they want to go, and seem to have the knack of being able to get there. Liam Dunn, ably assisted over there by Colm Keogh. Dan O'Neill dropping it across there towards Maloney. Ger Cush having the winning of that duel there with Niall Maloney. Paul Codd, Philly Larkin dispossessing him. Good steal, but he carried it out over the sideline. Cadaharn from Carlow, who's the linesman flagging down there. So it'll be Adrian Fenlon to take the sideline ball. This 25-year-old who plays a fast, direct brand of hurling. Nicely in Liam Keown, lets it go off his stick. Tom Dempsey here has it, almost falling down. Goal scorer in the All-Ireland final, has turned it over the bar, and there's just 2 between them. First real scoring chance that the man from Buffers Alley had in this game. And he made the Kilkenny defence pay for it. On the bus up this morning, he was there in the back apparently with Larry O'Gorman as usual, telling the jokes and the stories just to get everybody nicely relaxed. John Power got a touch to that in towards PJ Delaney. Delaney going forward. The shot blocked down there. The shot was by Niall Maloney. Out it comes again. Andy Comerford trying to turn this one in. Stopped on the line. Good goalkeeping here by Damien Fitzhenry. And now the Sun making a very welcome appearance at Croke Park. Larry O'Gorman. Diagonal pass across towards Paul Codd. Willie O'Connor gets a stick down to it first. Martin Storey tripped. Injured indeed as he was flicking that ball up towards Gary Lappin. A chance for Lappin, and he's put it over the bar. And there's just 1 point between the teams. A point by Gary Lappin. One that was made for him by Martin Storey, who was injured in the process, It's 6 points to 5, and Storey has been protesting to the referee that he didn't take any action for a foul that was on Storey just moments ago.
Yeah, he got a hard rap. But Gerard, they're still in the game, Wexford, even though they've very little played. They're only a point down. Kilkenny have been doing all the attack, and even Gerard Cush made a vital interception up there. Shot that could have gone into the net. Here it is here.
So the injured leg receiving the treatment from Dr. Stephen Bowe, long-time medical officer. He's not very comfortable by any manner of means. He would be a huge loss to Wexford, last year's captain. The man who inspired him on many an occasion, a concerned face over there. Gary Lappin has switched to centre-half forward, giving Martin Storey the chance to go into the fringe of the square, and they'll be hoping that he can run off the effects of that injury fairly quickly. Eugene Furlong, the pass was made by Colm Keogh. Storey under it straight away with Pat O'Neill. This is Willie O'Connor, hefty shoulder from Tom Dempsey. Comes back there again to Pat O'Neill. To the other O'Connor, Eddie. Sun in the eyes now of the Wexford backs. Rod Guiney came up for that one, didn't get it, however. This is Colm Keogh instead. Wonderful little player. Larry O'Gorman. Rory McCarthy touching it down, but again, there's Willie O'Connor anticipating. Good clearance. Eugene Furlong taking it with the left hand, escaping the would-be challengers. Up it goes towards Gary Lappin, knocked away for him by Pat O'Neill. Taken up by John Costello, out towards Dan O'Neill wearing number 6. He's fouled, free to Kilkenny. DJ Carey all this while has gone into full forward, where incidentally Rod Guiney, the other captain, has gone back to policing. It'll be Dan O'Neill from Dixborough to take this free. Just inside his own 45-metre line. Sticks rising up for it. All a bit inconclusive. Liam Dunn. Great block down by PJ Delaney. Only called back into this Kilkenny panel 9 weeks ago. Losing his helmet, almost losing his way. Manor got the first point in this match.
It's very noticeable, Gerard, that Liam Dunn is starting to come right into the game. Wexford are coming into it as well once he gets to grips with the game.
Yes, he's a very commanding figure at centre-half back for Wexford. Sun very noticeably in the eyes of those spectators over there. That's in the lower section of the new stand. Referee will be throwing the ball. John Power and Liam Dunn, the players involved, spooned forward that time by Niall Maloney. Out it comes here to the middle of the field towards Rory McCarthy. John Costello of Kilkenny is after him. He fouls McCarthy and Wexford have the free. And as you can see, just a point between the teams. 7 minutes to go to half-time. Well, Tom Dempsey has come a long, long way out, just checking where the breeze is with that little piece of grass there. But it's Paul Codd has come out, also wearing the white helmet. Score of a point from a free earlier on. And that's gone to the left. No joy for Paul Codd. John Power just got a touch on it. Delaney once again. Oh, Rod Guiney now in the full-back position there. He's gone back there to shadow DJ Carey. Sean Flood picking it up. The man who was denied playing in the All-Ireland final last year because of injury. Willie O'Connor trying to control it to himself. Andy Comerford, space in front of him now. Still going on the solo run. How will this finish up? Oh, he's missed it completely. Well, the other forwards were waiting for it. Never came. Maloney with the shot, just outside. Niall Maloney is disappointed. It's a fourth wide for Kilkenny.
Yeah, again a great run here by Andy Comfort, but he just goes a little bit too far, breaks away here. Little ball flicks out. Barry shoves it on to Niall Maloney. Snapshot. But you'll probably find that Fitzgerald's going to block it, and there's a good chance. Kilkenny have had goal scoring chances, but there's nothing coming off them yet.
The injured player is Andy Comerford. Well, it was a kind of a typical Andy Comerford burst forward that time, but I think the other forwards probably would have preferred if he curbed the tendency to solo and just hand passed it. Plenty of options should Wexford need a change at any stage. But right now the concern is on the Kilkenny bench. Comerford's okay. There's a lively, ebullient figure in midfield. And another lively, ebullient figure over there, sitting down, the man with the hat. So Comerford's back at his feet. Puck out is to Wexford. Just a point in it then. Under 5 minutes to go to half-time. Liam Dunn. That's Niall Maloney there. Very much a stalemate situation in this game.
It's very unusual, Ger, for a Leinster final after nearly 30 minutes, only 6 points to 5. It's because usually they're high-scoring games.
Jerkosh has gone out to take the sideline cut. Hand pass back from Liam Dunn. Huge delivery from Kosh. And the referee saw some holding back. Not just that, but it appeared that Pat O'Neill was knocked by Gary Laffin. Helmet came up his head. Free to Kilkenny. The gesture there by Gary Lappin was towards some of his colleagues. Seems to imply he wants them all to get into the game a good deal more. Dermody. Well, that's a huge free. A fifth wide then for Kilkenny. Wexford with just 2 wides in the half so far. But it indicates that Kilkenny have had the Lions' share of the chances so far. A match where they have largely dominated, but just 1 point separating the teams. Kilkenny making 14 chances, half of that number by Wexford, 7. This is Eddie O'Connor. Some very good play on the Kilkenny full-back line this afternoon by the 2 O'Connors and Pat O'Neill. That's the other O'Neill, Dan O'Neill, operating at right half-back. Bit like old times to have Eddie there trying to rally the troops. Pat O'Neill with the free. Maloney was swinging at it. Eugene Furlong. And it's Jerkosh again, playing a very good match for Wexford. Larry O'Gorman. Larry Murphy can't reach up for that one, scoring a very good point earlier on. Tom Dempsey trying to link up with him. Liam Keown trying to deny them opportunities. Here's Dan O'Neill facing back towards his own end line. And a good relieving clearance. Peter Barry. In towards DJ Kerr, runs beyond him. That's Maloney trying to free up Charlie Carter. The whole group of Wexford backs converging, Jerkosh among them. Man on the ground, Jerkosh. Seemed to pick the ball off the ground as well. Well, the referee once again indicated he's going to throw the ball between the captains. DJ got a better pull on it. Great anticipation by Damien Fitzhenry. A lengthy clearance. Willie O'Connor beaten for this one by Paul Codd. Still Paul Codd. Impressively carrying it forward. Chased after by Willie O'Connor. Stopped by Dermody. And the full back line did well to hold out the inside forwards. And that time the goalkeeper fouled, even though they were claiming that he was throwing the ball up to himself. The decision has gone Kilkenny's way in any case. Not that the Wexford fans are in total agreement, as you'll gather. So inside the final minute of this first half, where we've had 11 points so far.
Yeah, he was lucky there, Jerry. He actually did foul the ball, but the ref was given the free out.
John Parr trying to link up there with Andy Comerford. Back to Philly Larkin, the snapshot, and that's sailing over the bar. Philly Larkin's first point. Young man from the James Stephens club, and 2 between them once again. There's the score then, 7 points to 5. This time Damien Fitzhenry varying his puck out. It's going Kilkenny's way, or is it? The referee may have asked Pat Horan to change his decision. Wexford get the verdict.
Yeah, I think Pat knows him with a mistake. Definitely a Wexford ball.
So in injury time at the end of the first half, Larry O'Gorman. How Wexford could do with a score, just to give them a little bit more encouragement heading to the break. Martin Storey has it. The challenge there was by Willie O'Connor. Storey again, dropping it in. Dermody has missed it. Let it drop down, but scooped it away then with Tom Dempsey coming in on top of him. That was a late chance then for Wexford in this match. Keogh, hand passing it towards Liam Dunn. Larry O'Gorman an option as well. Oh, a terrible ball straight to Peter Barry. Mishit it, however. Eugene Furlong has lost it as well. Charlie Carter in after it. A series of errors here. And in front of goal, it's buried. PJ Delaney. In the 37th minute of the first half, deep in injury time, as a result of some errors, it's PJ Delaney who sticks it away past Damien Fitzhenry, and now it looks a great deal better for Kilkenny. Just when Wexford should have had a chance at the other end and probably should have put it over the bar, Kilkenny have come back and stolen a march on their great old rivals. How often a goal like that in a Leinster final can turn a match. Here's Rory McCarthy. Great play there by Dan O'Neill of Kilkenny. Peter Barry is way back there helping his half-back line. Out it comes to Andy Comerford. Well, if it stays like that, Kilkenny will go into the half-time dressing room a great deal happier. John Parr has support inside. Fires it beyond the inside forwards, however. Adrian Fennell and a couple of Kilkenny men after him, getting there first, ahead of Charlie Carter, ahead of Niall Maloney. And the referee's whistle sounds at the end of the first half. It's a late goal, a killer from a Wexford point of view. A wonderful score by PJ Delaney after Peter Barry has scored some wonderful points earlier on for the Cats. And at half-time, it's Kilkenny who are giving the champions a rare old fright here. John Parr's hamstring has stood up to the test so far. And Kilkenny will be happy that as a result of some errors at the back by Wexford, they were able to steal in 2 minutes into injury time and get a vital goal to carry to the break. And so at half-time, this is the score. It's Kilkenny, 1 goal and 7 points.
The polyunsaturates in flora act.
Welcome back to Croke Park, start of the second half, and if you think we have identification problems from time to time in this match, you should have a look at the half-back line for Wexford. 2 Guineas in action, identical twins. Dave has come in, and it appears that Ger Cush has gone off. He must have been injured. So there's the new man in, Dave Guiney, identical twin, abroad. Meanwhile, Wexford with Martin Storey looking to make a bright start to the second half, and he's put it just to the right. That's certainly a score they could have done with, because Cyril, in the first half, it seemed to me there was a great deal of nervousness out there.
Yeah, you could see both teams fairly nervous, Ger. Kilkenny had a lot of play, just kind of put it away near the end, but like a lot of bodily contact, and no one really settled down and hurled. Ger Cush is a big loss to Wexford.
John Parr breaking it down, Liam Dunn. They're scrapping for everything in there. Eugene Furlong trying to win the race here against DJ Carey. Right on the end line. Umpire had a right good look at it. It's got to be a sideline ball instead. So just confirmation that Dave Guiney from Rathmuir has gone in and Jerkush from Nerviana has been replaced. Andy Comerford mishitting that one. Comes back to him, however. They really were dominant in the first half, and that's a great start to the second. Indicative that it may well be their day. He didn't hit the sideline ball well at all, but it came back to him and he's made it 1-8 to 5 points. I guess you get days like that. Here's Damien Fitzhenry. Liam Keown trying to get out ahead of his man being Martin Storey. He's got it. Falling to the ground, up quickly. All the other options closed down, which is a very good tactic. And Peter Barry, the number 12, almost plays as an extra midfielder come half-back on occasions, does an immense amount of running. Willie O'Connor picking it up here to Philly Larkin. Good delivery into the two-man inside forward line. DJ Carey and Charlie Carter. That's Colm Keogh. Tripped free to Wexford. Innocent pleaded by DJ. Referee not interested.
Jared, they need to get a score to stay in this game.
Liam Dunn to take the free. Gary Laffett going out to try and get this one. Touched it all right. Tom Dempsey trying to make a better angle for himself, but back there is Andy Comerford. Kilkenny's game plan is working really well so far. Dave Guiney missed that first ball, gets it the second time, lacking in support. John Parr's first touch leaving him down somewhat. That's Dan O'Neill towards John Parr. Parr against Liam Dunn, and once again the referee will probably take the option of throwing the ball in. Third time he's had to do that in this match. Dan O'Neill and Larry Murphy will be the two players contesting. Larry winning the race. Good determined burst forward. Had the composure then to pick out Tom Dempsey. Better angle. And the shot just going to the right, and the goalkeeper felt that badly. He connected. It was the stick of Paul Codd, I think, that connected with the goalkeeper's face. Joe Dermody in some distress. This is what happened.
Good cross ball from Tom Dempsey. You couldn't blame the corner forward here, just got a little touch to it. I'd say Joe Dermody isn't too bad, it just took a slight knock.
Up on his feet quickly. Kilkenny's sub-goalkeeper, of course, is Adrian Ronan. Also injured is Eddie O'Connor, dragging that leg somewhat. So everybody's okay. It'll be Dermody to take the puck out. Indeed, just as we look down, Eddie O'Connor has certainly got a problem or two. Let's go across to Marty Morrissey.
The news from the sideline is that David Byrne is going to be introduced for Kilkenny at cornerback. Eddie O'Connor's knee seems to be a major problem, and he's coming off.
Thank you, Marty. Yes, David Byrne has just come in. A little slip of paper is handed to referee Erdal Macsivna.
Yeah, Jerry, he played during the league and played very well.
I'm sure people in goal will remember him as well, because he was a very good minor and a 21 player. Dermody with a huge puck out towards John Parr. Again, not able to break it down cleanly. Liam Dunn is in tigerishly to try and deny him any latitude to be creative. Fenlon. Liam Keown having the measure this afternoon of Martin Storey, who hasn't scored so far. Eugene Furlong. It really is ominous for Wexford when the likes of Martin Storey cannot get at least 4 or 5 points in a major match. Very tightly marshalled this afternoon by Liam Keown. In that situation so far, it's been advantage Kilkenny. Philly Larkin will take the sideline cut. Again, not a particularly good strike. That's Rod Guiney over there. Maloney and the linesman over on the far side. Pat Ahern from Carlow has been waving his flag furiously. Ball had gone out over the far sideline. So 6 minutes into the second half. Wexford yet to get going in this match. They've been really disappointing in the ties so far. Sean Flood didn't make a good connection. Instead, it's Niall Maloney brought to the ground. Rob Guiney, the nearest player to him. It'll be a sideline cut. This time Andy Comerford comes across to take up the option. His score the only point in this second half so far. Better cut. Sean Flood drops it down. Charlie Carter, who was so involved in the build-up to the PJ Delaney goal. Mention of PJ Delaney. Blocked down well. Here's Adrian Fenlon, perhaps the one Wexford player who's playing reasonably well so far in this game. There's Liam Killen. Furlong touching it down, expecting somebody to come close to him. It's Fenlon. That's a great connection. Wonderful skill, but too far beyond the inside forwards, the corner forwards in particular. Joe Darmody coming out to make the fetch, dispatching it back into the Wexford half of the field. John Power against Rod Guiney. This is Dave Guiney. Sean Flood. That's a great catch. Larry Murphy in towards Martin Storey. Willie O'Connor after him, still Martin Storey. Low trajectory, however, and easily saved in the end by Joe Dermody. Rod Guiney breaking that one down, but only as far as Charlie Carter. Quick look up at the post, and he hits it to the left. The 6th wide in this match for Kilkenny. But on the bench, they must be moderately happy with the way things have gone so far. By and away, their game plan has worked well, and they've got those vital scores, in particular that goal before half-time. Dan O'Neill, former minor under-21 star halfback, now making it in the big time. It's Adrian Fenlon running all the way through to Joe Darmody. One slip could be costly, and he's well aware of it. So too the other backs. David Byrne trying to keep that ball away from Tom Dempsey, and the umpire confirms that that ball has gone harmlessly out over the end line, off the forward. Puck out the result. And some further news from our sideline reporter this afternoon, who's Marty Morrissey.
Just a further positional switch this time, Ger, along the Wexford team. Rory Kinsella has just gone down the sideline to tell Gary Laffin to move to centre forward, and Martin Storey is now at the edge of the small square.
Okay, well, that's something they tried earlier on for a very short period of time when Martin Storey was injured. And that's the reason, because Keohan has been so dominant to centre half back. Peter Barry trying to feed it forward towards Andy Comerford, and then a charge that wasn't a fair shoulder-to-shoulder charge on the part of Peter Barry. Gary O'Gorman feeling the side of the face. Free to Wexford. Referee has picked up a broken hurley and is knocking it away over the far sideline. Got a bit of a jeer from the fans. Liam Dunn. Right in there. Tom Dempsey coming right across from left to right, bearing it on goal, and in place. The man with the golden touch. Just listen to the deafening cheer from the Wexford fans. Tom Dempsey on hand to get their first score of the second half. And the All-Ireland and Leinster champions are back in business. It's 1-8 to 1-5. He got that vital goal in last year's final against Limerick, the All-Ireland final. He's got one now, and it proved just as vital in the Guinness Leinster final. Here's Paul Codd, way out the field. Tom Dempsey, the goal scorer, tussling there with David Byrne. They foul him. Dave Guiney there exchanging pleasantries with Peter Barry. Well, Cyril, what about that for a vital goal at the right time?
Great goal again by Tom Dempsey. Did very well. Kept it in play here on the inline. Now he takes it up, he's under pressure from Graham Byrne. Comes right in, keeps coming. The old head for the hard road, left-footed kick, back of the net. Great one.
So Tom Dempsey then kicking that one to the net. Foul just seconds ago. David Byrne had his name taken for that foul. Here's the free. Paul Codd the taker. That looks like beauty. That's straight over the bar. Two between them.
Now we're going to have some game. It's in the fire now.
2 points for Paul Codd, and it's 1-8 to 1-6. Only 12 minutes gone in the second half, asking serious questions of the champions and of the mettle and resolve of their challengers, the mighty men from Kilkenny. That's the sideline ball. It'll be to Kilkenny. Well, you would have hardly thought that a Wexford side that has to make do without Ger Cush, their towering figure in the second half, at full back, and the fact that Martin Storey hasn't scored so far, you'd hardly have thought they could be this close to Kilkenny, and yet they are. It's that kind of match.
Yeah, but they have great heart, Ger, and they're not going to give up this without a fight.
Fenlon there against Philly Larkin, and the linesman, Pat Ahern, having a right good look at them. Andy Comerford to cut this one. Don McSeven is saying to everybody, back 20 metres, please. That's where Larry O'Gorman is. Almost dispossessed. Sean Flood is back there. Charlie Carter picks it up. Good ball across towards DJ Carey. Misses it. Maloney's there. Rather Barry. Back it comes once more. Eugene Furlong. And there as well is Larry O'Gorman. And that's a wonderful clearance. Martin Storey now. Gary Lapham calling for it. The centre half forward. Storey. Tom Dempsey couldn't hold on to it. David Byrne has it, the new man in the full back line for Kilkenny. Larry Murphy chased a good 30 metres through the dispossession there. Gets it to Adrian Fenlon. Players calling for it. In the deafening noise of Croke Park, can he hear them? Can he see them? He spotted the run here of Rory McCarthy. McCarthy has Storey alongside him. Goes for the score himself and he's put it over the bar. Just the point between the teams. Billy Byrne then urging the side on. Rory McCarthy's second point. The champions now playing like champions, having had a giant lift with that goal by Tom Dempsey in the 11th minute of the second half. Well, you remember in the first half when it was 6 points to 5 for a long, long time, and then that goal. Deafening noise at Croke Park. Adrian Fenlon fumbles it. John Parr tries to get it up. Here's Larry O'Gorman again, having a good couple of minutes. A good block there by Philly Larkin. What an industrious midfield player he is. Liam Dunn, talk about industry. Nobody works harder. In towards Martin Storey. Now playing it full forward. Pat O'Neill is in behind him there. Pat, a very inexperienced player, playing at full back. Much more at home at centre half. Larry Murphy trying to get that ball to a colleague. Instead he's stymied somewhat. Willie O'Connor has it. He's got support there if he needs it. John Costello trying to take it out, but space at a premium here. Rory McCarthy, the Wexford man, trying to get that shot in. Might come to him again. Comes back instead towards Gary Lapham. 40 metres out. Listen to the cheer from the Wexford fans. Lapham going through. Great work by the Kilkenny backs, and in particular Andy Comerford. But the slot pass has come out towards Paul Codd. And that's going to be left. The Wexford fans thought it was over the bar. Not so. Disappointment for everybody. Eamon Scallon there, one of the subs today. Cobb just inches wide. Up on the hill they thought it was over. Eddie O'Connor there just checking with the mentors. Richie Power in there having a word with the team manager, Nicky Brennan. Thinking of switches perhaps. Only 15 minutes gone in the second half. Some great excitement now at Croke Park. Here comes Charlie Carter, impish as ever, and a great score. A great return for Kilkenny. Charlie Carter's second point.
Yeah, great score. They really needed that one. Charlie's having a right good game. This is really opening up into a real Leinster final at the moment. Could go either way, but Kilkenny are just edging that, holding that point or two the whole time.
Yes, it's making for a compelling 102nd Leinster final. Liam Cohen lets that one go over his head. Willie O'Connor rather, came out for it. DJ Carey has switched to centre forward again. Sean Flood still operating in the half-back line. Good play by Sean Flood. Good play to pick out Gary Laffin. And the shot by Gary Laffin is not over the bar. They go point for point in this compelling tie. A second point by Gary Laffin. Now enjoying a fair bit of success at centre half forward against as good a marker as Liam Cohen. One between them. A change has been made by Kilkenny, and they're bringing Dennis Byrne in place of Niall Maloney.
Yeah, he'd be a natural full forward if you want to play him in there.
So off goes Maloney. Byrne is in. He'll be wearing number 22, incidentally. Kicked forward by Andy Comerford towards Charlie Carter. This is Dennis Byrne, first taste of the action. Great block down. What a great block by Colin Keogh. One of the great skills of this game, what makes it such an attractive sport to watch. The wonderful skills by really great players. Well, blocking down is such an intuitive thing, calls for so much courage and timing. But that was wonderful by number 2 there, Colin Keogh.
Yeah, he's a great hurler, Gerard. He's really proven himself over the last 2 years.
There's the new man in. And we're about to have a 4th throw ball in this. Some more news from Artie, perhaps.
Just confirmation there that Dennis Byrne has been introduced by Kilkenny, and the man that's gone off is Niall Maloney.
Charlie Carter getting this one back towards Peter Barry. 22 metres out. Good shot. A 3rd point by Peter Barry. Delighted Kilkenny fans here at Croke Park. There's a happy young lady. Well, he's had about 4 or 5 chances. He's got 3 points so far. 3 from 4, I'm told. That's a wonderful fetch there by Paul Codd. Back there towards Larry O'Gorman, tapping it away to himself. Laffin might be the next recipient. Stopped by Liam Cohen. Then it's Philly Larkin who drops it down to corner forward to Dennis Byrne. PJ Delaney has made a run into the centre. He tried to pick him out, but instead it's Eugene Furlong who got there first. Willie O'Connor, sun in his eyes on the ball. A little tap outside to John Costello, nobody closing him down quickly enough. Rory McCarthy slow to get tight on the number 7. This is John Power, a little ponderous. Liam Dunn, great ball in. Pat O'Neill got the hand to it, did well. Just slowed down the tempo of the Wexford attack. But now Martin Storey trying to turn this into a score. 2 between them. The dancing feet of Martin Storey, quick look up, but that time it's gone to the right. A 7th wide for Wexford. He's having a disappointing afternoon. But such an experienced campaigner is still well and truly capable of turning this game around. No points for Storey out of 4 chances so far.
Yeah, Gerard, it isn't just going right for him, but he's still capable of getting a goal in around the square.
And of course, there's always the option of bringing on Billy Byrne. John Power. And the intention was to link up with Charlie Carter. Instead, it's Larry O'Gorman to the other midfielder, Adrian Fenlon. Down towards Larry Murphy, who's now operating at top of the right in a rejigged Wexford forward line. Dave Guiney. And Dave was held as he was rising up for that. It'll be a free to Wexford. In spite of the perception that Kilkenny seemed to be going better in this match and lead by 2 points, still there for the taking.
I just feel, Gerard, if Wexford ever got in front, anything could happen.
Liam Dunn with the free towards Larry Murphy. On to Storey, looking for his first score against Pat O'Neill. And that's gone over the bar. Martin Storey, a resigned look on his face there, shaking his head. His first point. Every one of the Wexford forwards has now scored. I think he's relieved. It's 1-10, 1-9. The smile there was for Pat O'Neill, as if to say, I thought it was one of those days when it would never happen. It has. He's off the mark and off the blocks quickly here is Adrian Fenlon. Wonderful-hearted player, good vision as well towards Gary Lapham, but a very committed piece of defence there by David Byrne. He was injured after he played that ball away, fouled by Paul Codd, free from where the ball lands. Courageous defensive work there by David Byrne.
Yeah, he needed that, chair, because he was caught for Tom Dempsey's ball, and also another point came off him. But he's a good player.
So Kilkenny with the free. DJ will be the taker. 1 point so far out of 2. He's actually now only 4 points away from 100 points in Championship Hurling. That together with, I think, 15 goals. Rolling it up confidently. And DJ has put it to the right. Having words there with referee Edan Roxivna, he was convinced that ball had gone over the bar.
Yeah, it's very unusual.
Well, from that angle there, it's impossible to say. The referee was well positioned, so too his umpires. Here comes Larry Murphy, fumbled initially. Here comes Rory McCarthy, and the shot from McCarthy. Let's get over the line. It's the equaliser. Level for the first time in this match. A third point for Rory McCarthy. It's 110 to 110. And just for a minute there, I thought I was looking at the semi-final of the All-Ireland last year and a great goal that he scored. Here he came.
That's right, Jerry. He's great on the burst, in very fast, left-handed. Reminiscent of last year against Galway, got a goal then.
He's had 3 shots, 3 points. Good return for the man who's been recalled to the Wexford side this afternoon. Great dispossession by Phil Larkin there from Adrian Fenlon. Great pick-up. As Paul Codd, much more expressive now that he's playing at left half forward. Tom Dempsey still at top of the left, though you wouldn't think so. He's about 40-50 metres from the end line. Larry Murphy put up the hand. He was fouled. A tap on the head. The referee says to Willie O'Connor, you can't do that.
This could be the first time in the game, Jared, that Wexford will go in front.
Some more news from Marty, I think.
And after another brief consultation between Nicky Brennan and Richie Power, another tactical switch in the Kilkenny side. DJ Carey is being brought back out to centre forward. Rod Guiney is chasing after him. And John Power is now at full forward.
OK, Marty. Larry Murphy, meanwhile, has put back on the helmet. Billy Byrne there. Will he be in very shortly? Larry, we told you, has the broken nose. Didn't receive too much sympathy from his colleagues. They said it improved his features 100%. Here comes Paul Codd then. There's 11 minutes to go. Codd brings a big shot from his 16 from right around Croke Park. Wexford have gone in front. Paul Codd with 3 pointed frees now in this match. Wexford are in front for the first time. It's 1-11 for Wexford, 1-10 for Kilkenny. It's turned out to be a dramatic second half here. Rory McCarthy again, firing it downfield, saying to the 2-man inside forward line, Story and Tom Dempsey, get after it if you can. Pat O'Neill linking up with his goalkeeper Joe Dermody. Great committed play. That's David Byrne, that's Dennis Byrne rather. Philly Larkin in towards Charlie Carter. Can be so dangerous in front of goal, away from Sean Flood, and he fires it over the bar and they're level again. Level for the second time. Charlie Carter's 3rd point. Yes, that man is happy. Well, he might be.
Yeah, he's playing very well, Jerry. Every chance he's getting is very dangerous.
He's getting a bit too much space, however. I think the Wexford mentors will see when they look at the video of this. Damien Fitzhenry's puck out. Willie O'Connor lets it go over his head. There's support over. He's back there as well. Tom Dempsey into trying to close him down. Good clearance by Willie O'Connor. John Power has gone back out towards the middle of the field. Liam Dunn is there for company. And so too Larry O'Gorman of Faith Harriers. Colin Coe down towards Tom Dempsey. With the first touch, he managed to take it away from Willie O'Connor. But then was closed down, and the linesman over there signals that that's going to be a sideline ball for Kilkenny. I make it about 9 minutes remaining. Shades of their great '93 meeting here when Wexford looked like winning, and you remember that great equalising point from Eamon Morrissey.
Yeah, it was a great one.
We've shown on Tuesday night last on Tina G, one of their best meetings in recent years. Liam Keown. DJ tried to prod it on there, on towards PJ Delaney. This is Dennis Byrne, popping up everywhere, firing in the shot, and that's gone to the left. The wides tally, Kilkenny have 8, Wexford have 7. Eddie roars them on then from the dugout for the concluding minutes of this match. Billy Byrne then about to come in for his 31st championship game. When in crisis, Billy comes in. And you know, sir, I think if we're lucky enough to be here in 20 years' time, they'll still be bringing him in.
No, it is a good one. He's usually good for a goal.
He'll then be 85, of course. That's Liam Keown. Larry Murphy. That's Liam Dunn. The shot by Dunn towards Joe Dermody's goal. Bats it out towards David Byrne. Away towards Dan O'Neill. His clearance going straight to Larry O'Gorman. Good footwork by O'Gorman. He drops it in. Tom Dempsey's in there. And so too Willie O'Connor. Great play by Willie O'Connor. Back out towards Dan O'Neill. Lovely sidestep, deceiving Paul Codd. Up towards Charlie Carter. DJ there as well. Whole cluster of players. Adrian Fenlon swinging it away to the right-hand side. Rory McCarthy over there with John Costello. Referee says, play the advantage. McCarthy's shot has gone. 4 points for Rory McCarthy. What a return. Delighted fans from Wexford, the Leinster and All-Ireland champions. Puck out's been taken quickly. 112 to 111 the position. Still 7 minutes to go. Dan O'Neill for Kilkenny. Peter Byrne has such a good afternoon here in the Kilkenny Curlers with 3 points so far. Liam Dunn closing off all the would-be options, and a loose stick there. And the player who went down injured is Colm Keogh. Straight away the mentors are in to attend to the injured player. And Marty, while we're looking at the injured player receive attention, has some further news for us.
News from the Wexford dugout is that Billy Byrne is going to be introduced, and the man that seemingly is going to be called off is Larry Murphy, while the Kilkenny manager Nicky Brennan is also making a change. Titch Phelan is in, and John Power, suffering from a lot of hamstring problems all week, is gone off.
Okay, what you might call tactical substitutions by the two managers. Two great campaigners, Billy Byrne and Michael Phelan. And thankfully Colm Keogh is okay and fit to resume. Play will resume now with a free to Wexford. The face of Liam Dunn from Oulart the Bala. Wexford champions twice in recent years. Down it goes, in towards Billy Byrne with his first touch. Can he score? Substitution!
There he is again.
Billy Byrne! The first ball they played to him, and he sticks it in the net. He's an amazing player. Yes, indeed. Hugs and kisses on Hill 16, where love stories begin. It's 2-12 to 111. Adrian Fenlon back with the action here in midfield for Wexford. Martin Storey without the stick, the hand pass to Gary Lapham. The champions now turning it on the second half against very game challengers. In towards Byrne again. He's cut it once more. Edge of the square. And that one has gone into the bar. A goal and a point for Billy Byrne.
He has turned the game around in his head. A goal and a point in less than a minute and a half.
No wonder they'll be bringing him on for the next 20 years. He's been such a wonderful sub. 2-13 the position to 1-11. A complete turnaround in favour of the champions with great character and resolve. Now that character will be tested by Kilkenny, you can be sure, in the remaining 4.5 minutes. Here's Gary Lapham. First touch towards himself, but back it comes this time towards the new man in. Charlie Carter. The angle shot. Oh, right across the face of goal. It's gone wide, but I just wondered, did Damien Fitzhenry get any kind of a touch on that? Here it comes again.
Yeah, it's a great shot across the goal. I thought the goalie got a little nick to it. Charlie is going for everything because he is on song.
Well, he'll always remember for that great save against Billy Byrne of Offaly 3 weeks ago. Martin Storey out towards this one. Gary Laffin has it instead against Liam Keown. Kilkenny were dominant for so long, but in the second half, Wexford have been magnificent, playing like All-Ireland champions. Rory McCarthy shot in there towards Billy Byrne. He has it once again. He really is tormenting Pat O'Neill. And the referee's whistle has sounded. It's got to be a free out. I think he fancies his chances from every ball that comes in there against Pat O'Neill.
Every high one that comes in now is dangerous, and he's very good with his hand. Great handballer as well. He's dangerous.
Joe Darmody's free. Under the dropping ball there was Michael Titch Phelan. Here comes Titch once again. Good play by Phelan. Getting it inside towards Andy Comerford, closed down by 3 Wexford players. Make that now 4. There's a togetherness and a fusion about the Wexford team this year and last, showing great character. Even in moments of crisis, they manage to remain calm, knowing the chances will come their way. Today, Wexford had 26 chances, they took 15. Kilkenny almost the same number, 24 chances, they've taken 12. The injury is to Adrian Fenlon. Mentors everywhere, encouraging their charges. Under 2 minutes to go. 5 points separating the teams. Dan O'Neill to hit this free. Sideline cut, I should say. Fenlon tripped. This time it is a free. Wexford fans now can be heard cheering everywhere and anywhere. Their voices ringing out louder than those of the Kilkenny fans who were stung by those goals in the second half, by Dempsey after 11 minutes and by Billy Byrne in the 30th minute of the half. Just over a minute remaining. Liam Dunn. Martin Storey racing to it, fumbles it, comes to Willie O'Connor instead. PJ Delaney, goal scorer for Kilkenny just before half-time. Over towards Charlie Carter, great work by Sean Flood, kept it away from Carter. That would probably have been a certain score for Kilkenny. The hand pass this time by Peter Barry. Too much latitude been given to Charlie Carter. He fires the shot, great save! It's gone for the 65. They're in quickly to congratulate Damien Fitzhenry. This the shot again.
Great shot by Charlie Carter and a fantastic save by Damien Fitzhenry. Charlie is on fire really, and they can't give him much room. Fitzhenry is probably top goalie in the country at the moment.
I don't know who's going to get the All-Star award at the end of the year, but he must be the prime candidate at this stage. This is the first 65 of the match, coming almost into injury time. Pat Horan just instructing John Costello where to hit it from. It's a goal they need, that's why he lobs it in towards Charlie Carter. Andy Comerford can't take it. Phelan is there as well. Philly Larkin is next in the queue for Kilkenny, trying to bustle their way through. David Byrne must try to hit it over his head. Back there is Eugene Furlong. Anywhere will do for Wexford. It ends up going over the sideline.
It's going to be very hard to get through there now, Ger, because they're threatening sharp ball, and Wexford are putting their head on the block.
I think you'd need a JCB to get through that defence right now. Lobbed in again, however, to test their resolve. And that's Larry O'Gorman back there, augmenting the full back line towards Gary Laffin. It's been a display of raw character and endeavour by Wexford in the second half. They've called on all their reserves of strength to claw their way back into this match. The goals were vital, however.
Yeah, the goals changed the game.
Free to Kilkenny. Deep in injury time. Dan O'Neill just trying to get one of the Guineas out of the way. It's Dave. Referee indicates about a minute left. That's gone to the left. Disappointing.